Assalamu alaikum. Day 22. The child praised by kings. Abdul Muttalib had to leave Makkah for a little while. As the leader of Makkah, he went to congratulate a king who had just been crowned. He could not take Muhammad SAWW with him. The journey was long and tiring. Besides, it was an official meeting. It would not have been nice to bring a child along. When he set out on his journey, he was joined by the nobles of Makkah, but his thoughts were continuously about his grandson. After a long trip, they finally arrived. The king showed great respect to Abdul Muttalib. For several days, he showed great hospitality and welcomed his guest in his palace. One day, during their stay, the king called Abdul Muttalib to his side. He said, "I am going to share a secret. It's about you." Abdul Muttalib was surprised. "I'm listening, Your Majesty," he responded. "What is the secret?" he asked. The king was a good-hearted man who was knowledgeable and had read many books. He said, "According to the books I read, there is a boy growing up in Makkah. He has a birthmark of prophethood on his back. He has no mother and no father. He is living with his grandfather. According to these books, he will be the last prophet. There will be no prophet after him. That is why he is of such value. He was chosen and praised both in the heavens and on earth. He will keep mankind from committing bad deeds, and he will guide them to the true path. He will always do good things and will spread love and goodness around the world." As the king explained, Abdul Muttalib became excited. The description sounded exactly like his grandson. This could not be anyone but his grandson, Muhammad ﷺ. The king was aware of everything. He looked carefully into Abdul Muttalib's face and said, "According to my books, this grandfather must be you. The signs point to you." Abdul Muttalib had already sensed that his grandson would be a great man one day. Hearing the same thing from a king had excited him more. "Your Majesty, what you are saying is certainly true. I have a grandson who is a treasure. According to your description, it must be my grandson, Muhammad ﷺ." The king was glad to hear that he had not been mistaken. He advised Abdul Muttalib, "Be sure to take good care of him. People with bad intentions may bring harm to him, but Allah will help him. When that child grows up, he will accomplish great things." Both the king and Abdul Muttalib were convinced that this child was Muhammad ﷺ. The king gave many gifts to Abdul Muttalib and sent him on his way. Abdul Muttalib missed his grandson dearly. He was impatient to see him as soon as possible. After a long and tiring journey, he finally reached home. He hugged and kissed his grandson. From now on, he was going to take better care of him than ever before.